So this is just a video about how to use text sets to assign projects in Newsela Pro for your students. So what I did is my students had to do a project about a country where they picked a country and then highlighted for evidence and created a project that looks something like this. So you can see this is an example one of my students did. She chose New Zealand. And then there was 5 different slides. Each slide has a title, a picture, and an example of a site. So they were practicing writing the article states or something like it, and then putting quotation marks. And that's what they were practicing for this project. But we needed to give them articles to pick from. And we didn't want them to have free reign, so we came to Newsela and we created a text set. Now, in order to do this, you're going to log into Newsela and go to your content and click Created by You. And once it loads, in order to create a new text set, there's this little blue button here, you're going to click Create Text Set, type the title you want, and click Description, and then you'll create text set. And just click it. And then once it does that, it's going to pop up. Now, there's 2 ways to add text to a text set. So the first way is if you now click into the text set that you created, I'm going to use the one I already did. You can see I picked a whole bunch of different countries for them to choose from. But one way you can do this is you click Edit, Edit Text Set. And then down here is where you'll see all your articles that you have right now. But you can just search if you already know the name of it because you've looked it up already of the article. You can just start typing and it will probably pop up. But this way you can just click it and it will automatically add it, which is really nice. So you could add them all in one swoop, which is super nice, and just click Save. Or what you can do is after you've created a text set, so you have an idea, you can start searching for articles. So I'm just going to do this as an example. But let's say you created you have to make sure a text set is created to do this. But let's say you're doing something about government and you want to click this one. You click into an article and there's going to be a button at the top that says Add to Text Set. You can also just click that and it will pop up the text sets that you've created. So it just kind of depends either way that you want to do that. But let's say you've assigned all your content and it's in a text set. What's awesome about this is when you integrate Newsela and Canvas, when you create a Canvas course or a Canvas assignment, you'll put your directions here, what you would like them to do. So like I said, we had them use the highlighting tool to highlight a sentence about location, landscape, people, and 2 things they found interesting. And that is what turned into their project, the different quotes that they picked. But what you do is when you come down here, you'll use it as an external tool and you'll find Newsela. And that's where you're going to link your assignment. Now, in order for it to appear though in here, you can't just have a text set, you have to assign your text set. So what you'll do is you'll click into your text set and you're going to create, after you find all of your assignments, you're going to click Create Assignment. And this is where you can adjust the level for your students. Now, my understanding is that once the kids have done the art, like read the article, tried to do the quizzes, that's when Newsela will start to adjust. So if this is the first time you're using Newsela Pro, I recommend locking the level because sometimes when they pop up the assignments, it automatically links them to the lowest level. So especially if you're in high school or even middle school, I recommend just locking it for the first couple times you use it, and it will lock it to the highest. This one will lock it always to the max level that it's set in Newsela. This one will usually lock it to like the 920 or somewhere in that range. So once you lock it, then after you've synced Canvas and Newsela, you'll be able to see all your classes. So you're going to create it here. And then this is where you put the instructions. So what I did is I just linked it I copied and pasted the directions in my Canvas assignment to right here. Now, for the kids, this will pop up not only here, but actually in each of these articles so the kids can keep referring back to it. And then you have to click Assign. And once you click Assign, it pops up in your assignments. So you can see here's my one from last time that right here, that the kids have used before. But these are just some examples that I've done. And that is what you will link in here. So basically what the kids will see is let's save this. they are going to see this button that says Load Country Explore Project in the next window. So once they click that, it will load and it will actually look just more like the text set that you've created in here. Basically what they will see is this, essentially this screen. Now what's cool about this is they can, let's say they pick Greece. For mine, like I said, there was 5 things they had to highlight. So they were able to just drag, and once they found a sentence that they liked, they just have to drag like this, and this lovely annotation button pops up. So I let them pick any color because I think it's cool. So let's say they pick green. Now theirs won't say share. Theirs is going to say save. Make sure that they click save, because if you do this over the course of a couple days, if they don't click those saves, all their annotations will be gone. Now a lot of my students like to highlight and then type in here which number it went to or which quote it went to, so they can totally keep notes for themselves. If you want them to keep notes, you can have them do that and then click save. What's also cool about this is, let's say you just picked an article and you really wanted the kids to look for specific things and do an activity with it. You can actually have this share button. So let's say I wanted to highlight and I want to ask them a question that they have to answer. You can go through the whole article before you assign it and highlight and then click share. And that means that when you assign it, the kids are going to see all of your annotations and your notes, which is kind of a cool feature if you want them to, like if you have an assignment next to it that they have to answer certain questions based off of a highlight that you put in there or different things like that. So for them, they'll highlight and just click save, but you have the option to share and then assign your annotations to them, which is also really cool. So those are just a couple of the features. Again, make sure you have your text set, and in order to assign you have to make sure to click assign, because you have to create your text set as an assignment or it's not going to appear when you link it in to Canvas. So you just have to make sure to do that.